Hello, my name is Curtis Morrison with Morrison Urena L.C. Morrison Urena represents Chicago-based United Africa organization and about 2,400 DV 2022 selectees and their families, about 4,600 DV applicants total, as plaintiffs in the lawsuit known as UAO versus Biden. So we are excited to announce that on June 12th, we have filed a motion for preliminary injunction. Let us talk a little bit about that motion. First, we are asking the court's permission for an oversized brief. Specifically, we ask for permission for a 25-page memorandum in support instead of the 15 pages permitted under the local rules. Second, as you can find out more about in the memorandum in support, we are asking for relief in this motion based upon the unlawfulness of two State Department rules, the recalibration rule and the interview rule. The recalibration rule was created with the November 16, 2021 cable to all embassies from Secretary Blinken announcing that non-immigrant visas would be prioritized, especially non-immigrant visas. So the interview rule was created in February 2022 through a change in the Foreign Affairs Manual, sometimes called the FAM Code. Before the interview rule, interviews were to be scheduled before a case number becomes current in the visa bulletin. After the interview rule, interviews are to be scheduled around the time case numbers become current in the visa bulletin. This small change has had a huge impact on the scheduling of DV interviews. We argue that both the recalibration rule and the interview rule are unlawful legislative rules. Legislative rules must go through notice and comment rulemaking processes because they create new obligations, new rights, and duties on the regulated public that bear the force of law. Since we filed the motion for preliminary injunction, attorneys for the Biden administration have emailed us to let us know they will be asking the court for permission to consolidate their response to the motion for preliminary injunction with a motion to dismiss that would serve as their response of pleading. We have informed the attorneys for the Biden administration that we will oppose that consolidation. So, what is next? Unless the judge alters the briefing schedule, the Biden administration shall file an answer brief within 14 days of receiving the supporting brief, about June 26th. Then we will be able to file a reply brief within 7 days of receipt of the Biden administration's answering brief. Given this schedule, we are hopeful for a hearing sometimes between mid-July, early August. It is important to note that relief in the form of visas issued does not require a hearing or even an order. Often, with group lawsuits, government defendants will issue visas to some lucky plaintiffs just to impress the judge for when they make their first filing, right? They'll use a declaration to say, look, judge, we've already issued visas to these plaintiffs. Sometimes when the government does this, it is obvious. Other times it is less obvious. In fact, it may be happening already. Per the KAZAKH data on June 9th, it appears 148 cases of UAO versus Biden selectees are either issued, AP, refused, or ready, while 2,269 cases were still at NVC. So 93.5% of plaintiffs are still awaiting scheduling of the interviews, but that's great that 6.5% already have been scheduled too. So, however, over the last week, we have seen a new glitch with the KAZAKH where DV 2022 selectees receive the second notification letter in their email, but their KAZAKH status continues to reflect at NVC. This is new, okay? So that says the figures that we're talking about are maybe not precise because that glitch, we don't know the impact of that glitch. Finally, the Biden administration's response of pleading to the complaint, since the complaint was served at the end of May, is due around July 30th. But that will be less relevant if we get relief on the motion for preliminary injunction. That is because winning the lawsuit is not the goal. The goal is to get visas issued to as many of our UAO versus Biden plaintiffs as possible. That's what we want, okay? So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your patience as we continue on this journey together with your DB 2022 applications. And have a great day.
Hi, this is Curtis Morrison. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Thank you.